Hello, welcome back. Today I am doing a love reading for May 30th until June the 5th, 2021. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and maybe a Venus sign in Gemini, should you be cross-watching. And this is a general connection reading, so it might not resonate for you, which is totally okay. Take the things that are for you today and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibes. As I mentioned the last time that we did love connection readings, our love connections aren't always romantic. We have love in our friendships, we have love with our family members, and other people we have intimate emotional time with. So know that today's reading may resonate for you in one of those ways, not necessarily in a romantic love. If the reading does resonate, please leave me a thumbs up and any comments or questions you might have down below. I so love to hear from you, so do that. All right, let's see what's going on for Gemini. Whoa. Okay, we'll take them. I mean, three just flip right over here. Dun, dun. Okay, overall energy here, Gemini, is the Four of Swords, taking a little bit of time out for rest right now, maybe taking a little break right now. For them in this connection, we have the Two of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. This person is struggling a little bit between having a role in which they are part of a cohesive unit, where everything is for each other, everything is about the better of the duo, and also battling with this like want for independence outside of the relationship. Maybe struggling with a sensation of like being codependent in the relationship, wanting to have independence and freedom for themselves within the connection. And I think that that's something that's really weighing heavily on them at this time. For you in this connection, we have the Seven of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. You have a lot of feelings going on right now, Gemini. A lot of them, and you're not feeling scared to share them. You're definitely bringing them all very forward, and you're really trying to like build up this love connection with this person, really reaffirm it, maybe because you're feeling them pulling away a little bit. And I could see that this might be very overwhelming for this person who is, feeling stuck between, I have love for Gemini, but I want to be able to just take care of myself and have some independence. And it's like they're always bringing all these feelings to me, bringing all of this communication to me, and I don't know that I want to deal with it. I don't know that I can deal with it. So we get to the connection here. We have the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the World. I think ultimately, Gemini, we're going to see a little bit of a timeout happen in this relationship here. Just being somebody who can be very open with all of your feelings, bringing your feelings forward all of the time to this person who is not in a space where they can do the same, not in a space where they're wanting to do the same. They're really having an internal struggle right now, so they don't have the emotional capacity to be present in the way that you are, to manage all of your feelings in the way that you need or want them to. And I think for them, that's going to feel a little bit suffocating. And it's not to say that you're wrong in having your feelings. I think they're just not in a space where they can process them for you or with you adequately here. And they're going to want a little bit of a timeout so that the two of you can see what that feels like to kind of be in a position where you're away from one another, just so that they can feel what it might be like to have that bit of independence and not have to be fully present for the relationship at this time. Now, with the World here, this may or may not result in the end of this relationship, or maybe just end of this cycle in the relationship. So we'll see what comes up as we clarify. I'm going to start with the Four of Swords, the overall energy here. Two of Emotions, Three of Materials, and the Emperor. Yeah, this is this is the second time that the Two of Cups card has come up. So this is a very strong relationship. Maybe it's one that happened early on in life. Maybe you've been together for a very long time and you don't know what it's like to have life or live separately from one another. and this person is now sort of facing that and having difficulty with it, because I do see this struggle between like the partnership and the independence with this Two of Emotions and the Emperor. This person feels proud of what they're building with you. I think they care very much about this life that they're building with you, and that's why they want to take that step back and really reflect on their own role in it and where they're going to be able to find their own happiness within it. Maybe you're trying to put some pressure on for a next step to be taken in the relationship, and that's triggering this a little bit for them. Let's look at the Nine of Swords for them in this connection. The Death card, the Seven of Inspiration, and the Tower. Yeah, I think this is a new feeling for this person. This like, wow, I really want to be able to be independent. I didn't realize how much everything in my life was centered around my relationship. How do I be an independent person within the confines of partnership? And I think they're like really struggling with that. Who am I as a person when I'm outside of this relationship? Am I still the same person? Do I still have the same value? And universe is going to like make them really analyze that. They're going to bring that to the surface for them. And I think that's why you're going to see them pulling away a little bit, just going inside themselves a little bit, trying to protect their energy and really assess how they are feeling. And that for you, Gemini, I think is going to trigger this space where you're like, I need to talk about feelings with you constantly. I just want to be sure that our feelings are in the same place. And like it becomes a little bit obsessive, which puts more pressure on this person to be present with you when they're in a space where like they're trying to remove themselves a little bit to assess their own feelings. Let's look at the Ace of Cups for you here. Queen of Inspiration, Eight of Emotions, Muse of Emotions. Yeah, I think this is going to be really challenging for you, Gemini. This like little bit of pulling back is going to cause like a very knee-jerk reaction for you. You're going to be at times feeling really angry, feeling really frustrated. At other times, you're going to be feeling understanding and soft and wanting to support them. I think you're going to struggle a little bit with, you know, do I move on from this? Do I walk away from this relationship and find somebody who's in the same place as I am, who wants the same things as I do? But I don't think that this is about you not wanting the same things. I think this is the result of a relationship where in which it's all been about you two as a unit, and this person is having a bit of an identity crisis, and I'm trying to understand how they are or can be as an individual within the unit. Now, if you are around the age of 30 or around the age of 60, this may have to do, not you, your partner, this may have to do with their Saturn return a little bit, feeling some sense of struggle, identity crisis, and I feel like that's totally normal, especially if you have been with this person for a long time. And I really get energy of like a very long-standing relationship, like maybe you've been together since college, since high school, whatever that looks like. You know, have some faith in understanding that a person needs to also know themselves. Let's look at the World down here in the connection. Five of Voices, Seven of Emotions, and the Ace of Inspiration. Yeah, so this little break may actually be a positive reset for the two of you. It's going to force you to be able to talk about things that generally you don't talk about, things that you try to avoid talking about within the relationship for fear of rocking the boat. And it's going to cause you both to need to be very honest with one another about what your needs, about what's going to bring the greatest sense of balance for you in the relationship. So I do think this is actually going to be a major growth moment for you here. But I think for you, Gemini, it's going to be a bit of a panic in the beginning. I'll take one last message. Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. I think the not talking about it, Gemini, is going to be really challenging for you because obviously Gemini, air sign, you're big communicators. You're all about sharing all of your thoughts, all of your feelings as they're surfacing for you. And I don't think that your partner is that way. So you need to learn to love them in a way that speaks their languages. You can't force somebody to just talk about all of their feelings when they're not ready, or maybe they don't know what they're feeling. And I think that's going to be really, really hard for you. You're going to want to be having like conversations about this constantly, as opposed to giving them that space letting them draw their own conclusions and then come back to you and share how they're feeling. And that's why we're seeing this break happen. That's why we're seeing this need to just take a time out in the relationship. And it's for the betterment of the relationship. It's not to try to scheme a way out of it. So just, have faith in your partner and try to love and support them in the ways that they need right now, as opposed to the ways that you need right now. Something to think about. I hope this was helpful. If it was, do leave a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love that. We'll see you back here next week.